1-800-423-8255. And I'll ask the questions, just say hello, and then I'll just kind of interview you. So don't be too nervous. Some people are nervous like that, and I'm like, you know what? I get it. You ever remember winning prizes and stuff like that at radio stations? Some people are terrified, but don't be. I'll be nice and friendly like I'm always, and you can just tell me what you like about the program, and we'll just have a nice, friendly conversation. 813-423-8255. It's Share-a-thon, and that means it's time to help For the People stay on the air. Your giving keeps the freedom of the air a possibility. For the People is listener-supported, and only by its listeners are we able to bring you all the news each and every day with common sense, along with a conservative point of view. Help us be a voice of reason in a troubled world, and make a donation today at forthepeopleshow.com. That's forthepeopleshow.com. It's your show, and we work hard to give you all the news and information that you need, with commentary and insights you just don't get on the mainstream media. No fake news, just reality, so you can live your life in the know. Share-a-thon is your opportunity to get behind For the People. Give securely online at forthepeopleshow.com. It's Share-a-thon. Help For the People now at forthepeopleshow.com. Thanks for your support. Steve Scalise, round of applause right now, outpouring of support, has helped our family. This is live right now on Capitol Hill, and it gives you goosebumps. 3 months.
Mr. Speaker, with that, I yield back the balance of my time.
Representative Scalise.
Gentleman yields back the balance of his time. For what purpose does the minority leader seek recognition?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I ask unanimous consent to speak out of order to join you in thanking God for the return of our colleague Steve Scalise, and to have him do so in such a strong way. You are brief, Mr. Speaker. I'll be even briefer. Thank God our prayers are answered. I take great pride in Steve because we're both Italian Americans, and I think that's a source of some of his strength. Right, Steve? I, too, want to say how proud we are of Jennifer Harrison and Madison, and of your staff, and of our first responders, our Capitol Police, who took such good care of you. But if it, as you said, an attack on you is an attack on all, we all came through this magnificently because of your strength. So the power of Steve Scalise. The day we came to the floor, when you weren't here, we were all Team Scalise. Today, we are Team Scalise. Thank you for being so wonderful. God bless you.
And Nancy Pelosi saying some kind words about Steve Scalise. But, man, nice show of unity. And, man, I wish there was just much more of that in Washington, D.C. But it is what it is. It is what it is. But hopefully they'll be able to get together and pass some good legislation that will help Americans. The health care bill doesn't look promising at all. They're still going to have to rehash all of that and get something worked out. It's really just oddball about that whole thing is John McCain, the Maverick, in Arizona, and I have so many listeners that love to listen to us in Arizona, been big fans of For the People. We have an affiliate there in the Phoenix area. That's Dr. Pat Choate lives there, who's a frequent guest on our broadcast. But the health premiums, I just, in right conscience, I mean, come on, work out some of the verbiage. I mean, rally some fellow Republicans to get it right, do something. And a lot of people allude to the fact that Donald Trump had insulted his service and pretty much when he was captured made the comment that he wasn't much of a hero if you're captured. And, of course, the injuries that he sustained in the years in a Vietnamese prison block, it damaged him in so many different ways. Physically, he can't even lift his arms, a quarter of the way up or above his head. I mean, he's definitely injured. Definitely a war hero, but Trump never apologized to him. So a lot of people think politically, personally, the guy's hurt. I don't know what the deal is, how Trump thinks, but Donald Trump would not have made it into the White House had he not been a little rough and tumble. It's the rough and tumble. It's the things that he'd said. it's sometimes some of the things that we would like to say, but none of us have been given the opportunities, because if we did have that opportunity to say it, we would be canned from our jobs, our positions. We'd be ostracized by the people around us, our own spouses, our own friends, our own family, because politics, man, can be a very divisive thing. And we really do live in a climate of PC correctness today. And so people are walking that fine line. I suppose it's a beautiful thing to be able to get on to the airwaves, do a radio show, and be able to give our opinions. And that is the freedom of the airwaves. And it's one of these things where increasingly a lot of broadcast stations are really not allowing true conservatives to take to the airwaves anymore. And when I say true conservatism, I mean that to the strongest sense, not to the loony, to the far right, conspiratorial. And when I say that, I believe in a good conspiracy, don't get me wrong. But everything is not smoke and mirrors. There's some people that's what their stick is. Not to name one popular talk show host because he follows me on some other stations that I'm on, but that's his thing. And, it works for him. But it's just not everybody's cup of tea, if you will. But it is an honor and a privilege to be seriously on the radio, to be able to do what I do each day, and to be a part of your life. And that would have been very difficult, I think, to just completely go off, realizing that this is really a calling. And I have a purpose on the radio to be able to reach people that need this information. They need to be motivated. They need to know what's going on. And people just don't have the time and energy and effort to be able to sit down and watch all these shows where they're spending what little time they have with their family, or working on their house, or working on something that they have. But I have been doing a lot of thinking over the last week or so about these particular things, and I thought it's going to be difficult, but I have to make this decision for my family. And I had said, my wife is being challenged with health issues. Right now, I got a phone call, and this was very hard to take, given the fact that I'm going on the air to try to raise some money here for our operating budget to be able to relaunch and all this stuff for the people. But my mother-in-law is non-responsive at this moment, and she's being rushed to Tampa General. Not a good thing. When somebody says unresponsive, that's not good. So anyways, praying for my wife right now, praying for my mother-in-law, but she's been sick. She's been sick for some time, and it's only gotten worse. Her liver failed, her kidneys failed, and she's been on dialysis 3 times a week, but she's not been eating a whole lot. And her mind has been slipping, and her heart's very bad. So just a lot of things working against her. And my wife's up there, and I called, and she said she's just waiting on her mother there. And we knew this was going to happen. We knew this day was going to, but it's just never easy, as some of you know, to say goodbye to the people who love us and who have been there for us. And I feel a big responsibility to America to lend my service, my time, my dedication. It is needed. And thank you, Lord Jesus, for speaking through several people over the last 2 or 3 days to remind me that the gifts that I've been given have been given from Him and Him alone. And just because I wasn't able to make a number the last time that I'd asked for it, it doesn't take away what God has been doing in my life. So I wanted to put that out there and first thank Him for speaking through other people and confirming that. But it's funny how God does that. He will just do that. Now, maybe you're not religious, but as a Christian, I'm not perfect by any means. I strive to be as good as I can be, but only with Him and His good grace, if you will. But that is the deciding factor from Him speaking loud and clear and not being discouraged with what didn't come in that time around. But the number that was given to me was $2,000 for some smart people that looked over everything that we have, everything that we're doing, and I'm going to be inviting, several mentors into my life to be able to help me with product, help me start making some money with the broadcast so I don't have to be dependent in this way any longer to have to even ask for money on a show. I mean, we'll always take a donation on the broadcast, if somebody wants to donate it online at forthepeopleshow.com. But today we are, as a matter of fact, and for the final time, because we'll be changing our business plan, $2,000 will relaunch us fully. And yes, we'll be doing 2 hours a day every single weekday, Monday through Friday, from 11 to 1 Eastern Standard Time. And we're on several different time zones that carry us, but we'll continue on doing the show. So I'd like to say a big thank you to Sam Bushman, Jay Harrison over at Liberty Network that has given me a great opportunity. And we've been in talks about what's going on here, but they syndicate a lot of other radio shows, including Sam's show, Liberty Roundtable, which is a phenomenal broadcast. Maybe your station carries it. He does an hour longer than I do. He does 3 hours. That's a lot of talk radio for you, but it's a lot of phenomenal information. So definitely respect him. He's in the top, 200 talkers in America. He's been doing it a long time. And Sam Bushman, look up that name. You've probably heard him on radio and didn't even know it. 813-423-8255. If you'd like to call in right now, be on the air. Tell me what For the People means to you. Don't be bashful. 813-423-8255. Our goal, $2,000. Who's going to be the one to kick it off? Well, I'm standing by, and when that donation comes in, it tells me immediately. And I'll say your name, and there you go. I'll just do first name. I don't want to shout you out or something like that, but if you'd like to do that, 813-423-8255. Whatever you can give, $10, $5, $1, it doesn't matter. Just something towards the goal of being able to do it. And here is the caveat. Are you ready? Say, give me the caveat. The caveat is, it's not much of one. I'm just going to stay on the air until we raise the money. I'm not going home. I'm not going to the hospital. I'm literally not going anywhere until we raise the money. I'm going to be here nonstop until it happens, because I believe this is what God told me to do, be able to get on the radio, tell folks where we're at business-wise, why we're doing what we're doing, and have some fun. Because you should have a little fun in life. Life is too short. Got to have a little fun, and we're going to mix it up with a little news and talk and conversation, a little bit of music. But our main objective is to be able to get us relaunched. $2,000 our goal. 813-423-8255. Let me slow down a little bit. They always tell you to slow down when you're doing phone numbers on air. It's 813 area code. That's Tampa, Florida. So most cell phones, most landlines have free LD. 813 area code 423-TALK. 813, you got that? 813 area code 423-TALK, which is 8255. And I'll put you on the air. There's so many bashful people out there. They're like, when Keith offers the phone numbers, we don't even know what to do now. Because actively we don't, that's not our model. We've never really been that way for 3 years. So now when you put out the phone numbers, people are like, oh my God, it's Keith Allen. I don't know what to say to him. I don't want to be embarrassed. You're not going to embarrass. We actually have a lot of savvy radio people that call other talk shows, and they're very good lending to the conversation. So when we can do it, we'll do it as much as we can. And in the future, we'll do more of that. We might have an open hour where we'll call on subjects where you can call in, and you can be a regular if you want to be on the broadcast to be able to contribute. That would be kind of cool. Some of you are what we call talk radio junkies, and that's all right. Sometimes, some shows will have to say something like, if you're a first-time caller, let's take those first. If you're calling every single day, it's nice to hear from some other people. But right now, we're not going to be choosy at all. Actually, let's go to the phone right now.